Hello, soul friends. I'm Janie, and it is so nice to have you here with me tonight. I thought perhaps we could spend a little time together. First, relaxing your body and quieting your mind. And then, if you'd like, I'd love to share a little bit with you about some of the early parts of my life. We all have a story. And I thought that by sharing a little bit of mine, you may find some common ground, or you may find some details that feel familiar to you. Aspects of my own life experiences that you might see yourself in. And there's something quite beautiful in that. The knowing that our human journeys are not so very different after all. And in all these years that we've been here together, or for those of you that may be meeting me for the very first time, it has always been my desire that you experience this space as authentic and real and deeply human. In fact, I've often said that I know healing because I know hurting. And so as we spend more and more time together here, it is my hope that you know you're not healing alone, that we heal together, that we are all here walking each other home. And so as you find yourself getting into a very relaxed position, allow me to first help your body to relax and to help your whole mind to quiet. So take this moment to settle into a position that feels wonderfully supportive for you. And I'll wait here just a moment as you do that. Good. Now just allow yourself to breathe in and out. Your lungs gather softness. And as you take that slow breath out, you just allow comfort to spreading through your whole body. You're just letting go more and more. Now imagine your awareness becoming a warm, golden feather, light as air, just slowly gliding down through your body. It sweeps down from the top of your head and brushes lightly across your forehead. And you might experience a nice feeling of spaciousness, as if the feather can expand the space of your mind, like windows opening to fresh air. Your temples feel spacious, and the jaw begins to relax as this golden feather softly brushes along the jawline, so that your cheeks soften Every good feeling is moving all the way through you. The space feels beautiful. Space between thoughts. Space between moments. And now you allow the feather to drift down your neck, warming your throat, clearing it, and opening a peaceful pathway. Every swallow, every breath, every tiny movement flows with ease. Ease that draws down into your shoulders. And as the feather brushes across them, it is as though a warm sunlight is melting, melting, melting away all tension. You've just let this warmth spread, flowing down into your arms, down into your elbows and forearms. Warmth that travels to your wrists and hands, and all the way to the tips of your fingers, one by one. You allow them to feel nice and heavy. There you go. A heaviness that is felt to the tip of each and every finger. They feel so comfortable, and you are so deeply relaxed. And this relaxation now drifts into your chest as that golden feather brushes down the center of your body, down your spine, and flowing into the muscles of your back is that warm river of relaxation. And your heart space feels that warmth most of all. Every breath creates gentle waves through your body that tell your body that everything is softening. Everything is flowing beautifully. Your body feels so relaxed. And the warm golden feather now softly brushes down your legs, every muscle warm and relaxed, like a quiet river, bringing gentle ease through every inch of your body and every fiber of your being. all the way down, down, down into your feet, the right foot and the left foot and the right. Now feel the fullness of this comfort. It is moving through your whole body now, as if your body is a single field of warmth, housing a quiet current of comfort. From the top of your head to the tips of your toes. How wonderful this feels. And for these next moments, simply float here. Rest here. Be here. And as you rest, I'd love to share a little bit about being different as a child. I experienced life for many, many years, feeling very different from everyone else. You see, I spent a few years of my childhood in the foster care system, and I was eventually adopted at nearly 6 years old. I moved in with my new family to an idyllic small town. I can remember experiencing my very first Christmas. I had not experienced a Christmas before the age of 6. I had never heard of Santa Claus. I had not received a Christmas gift. And so when this magical, amazing story was told about good little boys and girls getting visited in the middle of the night by a jolly old Saint Nick who would leave presents under our grand Christmas tree, I was in awe. I wondered how Santa would know what I would like. And most especially, I wondered if I had been good enough for such a special visit. And so for about a month before Christmas Day, I would lie in bed at night and I would speak to Santa, imagining that somehow he could telepathically hear me. I would ask him if I had been good enough. I would list off all of the ways I thought I might have been, how many ways I was doing my very best to be a good girl. And on that Christmas morning, when I rounded the corner, there under our 13-foot Christmas tree sat Cricket, the doll. She wasn't even in a box. She was just sitting right on top of some wrapped gifts, as if Santa had just pulled her right out of his big sack and plunked her right down. Her big, soft, blonde curls and her gleaming smile. She was such a large doll, she was nearly as tall as I was. It's what made her feel so magical to me, as if she were my very own friend. You see, I hadn't had an easy time making friends at that time in my life. Going to school in this small town presented me with all of the children who were my peers, but carried themselves in a way that I knew was different than me. They carried with them an air of confidence, might I say joy. And later I would come to find that it seemed they moved with a sense of safety. Safety. The kind of safety that comes with perhaps more traditional households. Family life that had remained steady. Perhaps they had never known violence, uncertainty to the level that I had. And as much as I could tell the difference in them, I was certain they could tell the difference in me. I was not included so easily, and I certainly had this feeling that I was an outsider. And all the while, I continued to do all that I could to be just like the other kids. Now, of course, my parents were determined to make sure that I fit in. And so they had arranged that I join a backyard event with children in my neighborhood. Upon arrival, I remember spotting a really great playset area in the backyard. It had a ladder and a slide, a whole jungle gym area with monkey bars. It was quite an attraction, and all of the kids had gathered to play in and around it. I went straight for the ladder, climbed myself all the way to the top, and did my best to join in on the play. And after a while, all of the children, they obeyed very quickly and began running toward the house. And I, not wanting to be left behind, began to make my way down the ladder. And for some reason in that moment, I thought it would be a great idea to go down the ladder facing out. I'm not sure who I was trying to impress. It may have been just me, myself, and I, but after just 2 rungs of the ladder had been touched by my feet, the whole rest of my body slipped. And the next thing I knew, I was coming to awareness with my face lying in the sand, dirt in my mouth, and my arm severely broken in multiple areas. I had to wear a cast from my shoulder all the way down to my wrist all summer long. And to add insult to injury, it was a hot summer, and all the kids loved to swim in the community pool. But in order for me to join all of the fun swimming, I had to have a black trash bag wrapped around my entire arm to protect the cast from getting wet. Oh, that was simply no way to enjoy my second summer in this little town as a kid who already felt so different. I had to learn to be brave. And I can remember just after the cast was finally removed, my family took a trip to Canada, and we went to visit my beloved Graham's cabin right on the lake. Well, her cabin was really delightful, but it didn't have any running water. So my brothers and I were made to jump into the lake to do all of our bathing. I was given a bar of soap and told, jump in. Go on then, get yourself nice and wet, and then rub this bar of soap on your body and then rinse. Well, that all sounded easy enough, except the moment my body touched that water, I went numb. Even though it was August, it was absolutely frigid. It felt to me as if it was ice water, and the water was so murky. I couldn't even see my own legs and arms treading water. But I did my best to be brave. I really did. There was a small little island, not too many strokes away, so I thought, I'll just swim to that little island. I'll be able to stand on it and get out of this water and do my proper soaping up. Well, as I'm swimming, I can see this shadow right underneath me. Oh, I was just terrified. I am swimming now as fast as my little arms and legs can take me. I'm squealing, I'm shouting, I'm letting everyone know within earshot that there is something coming with me to this island. I don't know what it is, but it's there, and that shadow just will not leave me. I'm petrified, and by the time I reach that island, I jump out as fast as I can. And just as I do, that shadow disappeared. Oh, my brothers had such a good laugh. They absolutely fell all over themselves at the idea that I was running from my own shadow. As the sun had cast down upon this murky lake, the shadow of my own body was right there, swimming right beneath me. My nervous system required me to be so very brave in that moment, even though I really was as safe as could be. It took time and years for me to truly learn how to use my voice and how to be more comfortable being seen. I had spent a lot of my life doing everything that I could not to make any splashes in the water, so to speak. I wanted to be good. I wanted that goodness to be worthiness. Worthiness to be loved in a way that felt safe. And over the years, I tested out that voice and being seen, first through theater and drama, which I came to really love, I started with small parts and plays and soon was landing the lead. And I loved being able to try on different roles, wear different hats, use my voice, project it all the way through a room so it would land at the very, very back row of any audience. I loved the art of theater, and it really helped me to come out of my shell. I even spent many years in my early 20s as a casino promotional host and worked with some of the legendary game show hosts such as Monty Hall from Let's Make a Deal. But it took decades to learn who I truly was outside the roles I played in other people's lives. The role of a daughter, a granddaughter, a sister, a student, a friend, an employee, a member of society. It took many years to learn that I could still be kind, but be even kinder to myself, which meant boundaries and rules of engagement were finally implemented. It meant that I could still be loyal, but most loyal to myself and the personal needs that had screamed for my attention all those years. That I could still be Janie, but the most authentic version yet. One who knew better how to mix softness for others with self-care. Who recognized that my voice was just as much my own when it answered with a no. Who learned to connect to the little girl I once was and really see her. And it was clear to me as I made that connection that I understood her. I understood her deeper than anyone ever could and ever did. That kind of understanding, I found, is the bridge to immense love. And I'm talking self-love. I love that part of me, and I am so proud of her. I carry her with me, every thought and dream that she's ever had, every fear that pierced her heart, every place that she traveled in her mind when she needed to escape. I carry her with me even now into this very moment and into the next, taking her to places she no longer needs to run from. Being myself in my most authentic form requires rejecting years of conditioning to put myself second or third or fourth, both through familial conditioning and societal conditioning. Now I embrace being different, and I seek opportunities to be brave, and I value being seen and heard and helping others to feel seen and heard. I honor being my most authentic self. It is the most liberating way to live. There is so much love in it. Love for yourself, which leads to deeper and healthier ways to love others. So my soul friends, it's been an honor to share just a little bit of my past with you, my story. And I'd love to know how life has helped you to be brave, to be seen and heard, to be your most authentic self? What would it mean to be number one in your life? And how does that help you form healthier relationships all around? I would love for you to share with me in the comment section below. It means so much to know more about you if you'd be willing to share. And until next time, you take wonderful care and continue to journey with it.